Kingsley Academy, once a thriving school, now stands silent and cold in the shadows, but the stories, they never stopped. Whispers of voices long gone, whispers of a fire that stole more than lives. The school is abandoned, but its ghosts? They remain, lurking in the halls, waiting for someone brave or foolish enough to return. It was 1993, a night that changed everything. Flames erupted, consuming the school in minutes. Students and teachers alike were trapped. No one knew how it started, or why it spread so fast. Was it an accident, or was it something darker? As the years passed, Kingsley Academy was left to decay. Its walls crumbled, its windows shattered, but something stayed behind. Shadows, whispers. On certain nights, the air grows thick, heavy, as though the school itself is alive. Waiting, Sarah didn't believe in ghosts, not really, but the stories, they intrigued her. Standing at the gates of Kingsley Academy, flashlight in hand, she hesitated. The wind was sharp and cold, carrying with it a sound, soft, almost like a voice. She told herself it was nothing. She stepped through the gates, and everything changed. The air was heavy, the silence oppressive. It felt as though the building was watching her. She pressed on, past the broken windows, the overgrown courtyard, and up to the creaking doors. The flashlight flickered, but Sarah didn't turn back. Not yet. Inside, the halls were eerily quiet. Each step she took echoed endlessly. The air smelled of damp wood and decay. And then she heard it, a voice, soft, distant, calling her name. Her flashlight dimmed. The beam barely pierced the shadows. She turned toward an open door, a classroom. Dust-covered desks sat in neat rows. Cobwebs stretched across the ceiling. But the room wasn't empty. She could feel it. She wasn't alone. Behind her, the door slammed shut. The sound echoed through the empty halls. Her pulse quickened. The voice, it wasn't soft anymore. It was urgent, agonizing, screaming. Her eyes darted to the chalkboard. Words were scrawled across it in chalk. "Help us." The letters seemed to glow faintly, as if written by an unseen hand. The whispers stopped, replaced by a low, guttural growl that sent chills down her spine. The walls groaned, the floor creaked. The hallway beyond twisted unnaturally, like something out of a nightmare. And then she saw it. A shadow, tall, thin, and watching her from the far end of the corridor. It didn't move, but its presence was suffocating. Sarah ran. Doors slammed shut behind her, forcing her deeper into the school. The walls seemed alive, twisting and bending. The air was filled with whispers, louder now, overlapping and echoing. She was surrounded, trapped. At the end of the hall, she saw him, the headmaster, or what was left of him. His charred form stood in the doorway, his hollow eyes burning like embers. He reached out with skeletal fingers and whispered, "You shouldn't have come here." And then, everything went dark.